The dark side of the Force was a very strong and alluring side of the Force that when used affected not only the mind of the user, but the appearance too. The further one immersed themselves into the teachings of the dark side of the Force, the more it corrupted the mind and the body of the user. And before we get started guys, can I please ask you to leave a like, please comment, please subscribe, do all of that stuff before we get started because there are a lot of great videos coming to the channel very soon, so cheers guys. Creator of the Rule of Two and the notorious Sith Lord Darth Bane explained the reason for the physical disfigurement of the body was because the flesh and bone did not have the endurance necessary to channel the immense power of the dark side for long periods of time. This is also why many Sith Lords began with normal looking bodies but slowly degraded into shriveled and cracked appearances. Darth Revan also stated that the light side of the Force and the Jedi teachings were devoted to protecting against and defending from physical disfigurement of the Force. He went on to state that dark side users, including the Sith, must accept their disfigurement to obtain a deeper connection to the dark side of the Force. The most common form of disfigurement that dark side users experienced was a severe and sudden change in the pigmentation of their eyes, changing from their natural colour to a deep yellow or blood red with fiery rims. This disfigurement was in some cases temporary, but in other cases a permanent change. For Darksiders that experienced this disfigurement temporarily, it usually only occurred at times of great anger or when an evil act was taking place, such as the slaughtering of the Separatist leaders at the end of Revenge of the Sith. Along with this, those that fell deeper into the teachings of the dark side would age at a rapid rate, much faster than those that had only touched the surface of the dark side teachings. Those who delved deeper into the dark side would experience their skin losing its coloration, becoming very pale and dry. Palpatine is a prominent example of rapid facial deterioration, where his face turned grey and was severely disfigured. He later used this disfigurement to exile the Jedi and designate them enemies of the Republic. Darkside users' faces would rapidly crack and their hair would instantly lose its vibrancy and colour, becoming a deep grey. In most severe cases, Darkside users could also have their voice severely damaged, turning it to a deep, raspy, almost demonic sounding voice. Darth Tyranus or Count Dooku is an example of a Darkside user who did not experience the usual effects of the usage of Darkside power. He maintained his normal appearance, being unaffected by the corrupting power of the Darkside, only being afflicted by the yellow hue of the Sith eyes in times of great anger. Luke Skywalker also managed to avoid any physical alterations in his brief moments of intense anger and sway to the dark side when fighting his father Darth Vader. In contrast to this, Darth Malak experienced an instant change in the coloration of his eyes and experienced a rapid paleness throughout his face and skin. Unfortunately for dark side users, over time their corruption could go further than just cosmetic details. If a user of the dark side didn't possess the restraint and control necessary to utilise their deeper parts of the dark side, his physical abilities could also be impaired. An example of this is King Omen from the planet Onderon. He was a proficient user of the dark side for a very long period of time, resulting in a severe decay of his body, both cosmetically and physically. The corruption that the dark side laid upon him left him unable to properly move, requiring an exoskeleton for him to survive, similar to Darth Vader. The worst case of dark side corruption that is currently known is that of Darth Nihilus, who was completely consumed by the dark side of the Force in both the mental and physical realms. His mind and body were completely destroyed by his devotion to the dark side, leaving only his life essence. He eventually became one with the dark side, existing only to consume the life force of others. Although the dark side of the Force can corrupt its users in a vast variety of ways, there is also another aspect to it. As we learned from Palpatine in episode 3 and later on in episode 9, the dark side of the Force can also rejuvenate a body or heal it. The hate, passion and determination that the dark side of the Force provides its users with is capable of preventing death and maintaining life. It is said that Darth Maul's connection to the dark side of the Force was able to keep his body alive after being cut in half by Obi-Wan Kenobi in The Phantom Menace. We've seen the ability to heal and rejuvenate in action multiple times throughout canon material now, with Palpatine using it to heal Anakin after his battle with Obi-Wan on Mustafar, Baby Yoda using it to heal the Mandalorian and Greef Karga, and finally Rey healing Kylo Ren in The Rise of Skywalker. The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. This includes both disfigurement and rejuvenation. It comes with great power to maintain life, but also great power to destroy life. So let me know down in the comments, who do you think is the most disfigured Sith Lord currently known? Even if that's canon or legends, I don't mind. I want to know, who do you think is the most disfigured Sith Lord currently known? Leave that down in the comments below guys. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers guys.